Hello everyone, welcome to the video, and today is swapping advice. Basically, just advise people on how best to swap. Now firstly, there are many ways to swap with people who just want to swap for their collections, and that is like Facebook community groups, and also like there might be Discord groups or websites like Matchstack Swaps used to be, and other things like Got Any Swap, something like that now. So yeah, do that rather than finding people randomly who they might be trying to pick out people to scam, obviously. And then if you're looking at like Facebook groups, you've got fallback options. If they are scammers, you've got ways of reporting them. Like they could just report them to the group admin or whatever, and they'll sort it out. I mean, like you might not be able to get your cards back, but you can stop everyone else from being scammed. And all you've lost is those cards and postage, and nothing else. Because you might avoid, if it's the first time you're doing a swap, I say avoid doing a big swap just to make sure all the cards come in first. Then once you get to know that person, you might be able to organise more swaps going forward. Another thing I'd like to point out is always try and do like for like. For example, next gen for next gen. Now there will be times where you can't do like for like. For example, if it's like a Black Edge card or 100 Club, what you might do then is like other holographic cards like Man the Match, Signature Style, or a Heritage card, or even the next thing you might do several next gen, Heritage card for 100 Club, like you might accept that fallback. And then also you could even do like a couple of Legends for 100 Club, and then when it comes to Black Edge, you might do like 200 clubs or 300 clubs for a Black Edge. But don't give like 2-man matches for one-man match, or a Black Edge and a Chrome Shield for another Black Edge. That is important. So then you're not, basically you just make sure that you got a fair deal. Now sometimes there might be times where you are willing to just get rid of more than what's needed, and that is fine if that's what you wanted to do, just to get deals through and you're not precious of your swaps and you're just wanting that card and that's it. Those are the only times where you might do more for that, but don't do it on a regular occasion. Like also with base cards, even like just doing a few base cards might not be worth it for postage, so it's best to do like a big swap then. Then obviously first time around you might do a small swap to make sure everyone's legit both ends, and then do the proper swap then. So yeah, the other thing that might be that like with limited editions, like they're all like you might get confused over rarity, like tin limited editions, things like that. I'd say for that you just do a tin set for another tin set. Like you might have got two of the same set or two of the same limited edition, just to find someone who's got a similar situation with a different tin. That's always best. Now, one thing I wouldn't advise doing is a different collection for the cards, unless you are both collecting both collections and you're doing different times, that for that, and it just works best for you too. But then if you've got someone who you're doing it regularly with, then that's your own terms that you're doing the swaps with. Like you might be more lenient, might give free stuff away on top of stuff that you do for the trade. Like this advice is more like a straightforward, like first time or second time meeting a person and trying to decide what's best to do a trade with, and to get the best trade for what you want, a fair trade. Because for example, also you need to make sure the quality of the cards. Because if you keep receiving cards from people from one person that's dodgy, then you might report them or talk to them and report them if they can't fix it, because you don't want to be giving like dodgy cards that might be either fake or just always in poor condition. Like this person might keep their cards in poor condition, which then like you need to really make that be aware of people to avoid, because people want pristine cards of all the things that they can be. So if you keep getting cards with lots of dints or even creases, then that needs to be made aware of. And then other than that, just make sure that you keep it fair. on your end as well. Obviously you want as much as you can, but don't push it on both ends. Like, obviously, and then you can ask, can you throw in this, can you throw in that? But that's just a can you, not a, that's going to make this, that's not like a deal breaker. Because you might do deals with like sorts of so people with the same person for several times. So you might ask, I actually also need this card, do you any chance have that? And then if they do, then they might add it on fair and square. But don't start expectations, because I know some people like that. Oh, you got lots of cards. I mean, you got no point having to lay around everywhere. You might as well just come for free. That's not the point. You just need to do fair swaps, and if you have more cards than available, then that just helps to get more swaps done for your collection, as there's more chances of having cards that people need. Like, for example, I've got like 6 piles of base duplicates with the shinies and like the warriors and all that included. Now that is probably a good portion of a full collection. So the chances are that the cards that I need, someone will have as duplicates. I need one of those cards. Even if I have got 90% collection, but need some of those I've got. That's why it's always best to have a good set of duplicates, and that is not any bargaining power over person. Oh, you got lots of duplicates, why you just throw a few more in for me? Things like that. You need to also, one other thing, like, you need to ask for photos to make sure all cards are legit, and obviously analyse those photos, because there are tools that can make cards look like they are in person when they're not. You need to like ask for them to hold it or something. And like if they show their face a lot, ask them to take a picture of the card in front of their face. Something simple like that. Or just straight up, just hold it in front of the camera, and that's it. Or just get a video call and show the card in that video call in a way that can't be edited in. Just ways like that to protect your side of the deal. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will be trying to do some swaps on Facebook groups, and probably if I set that up again on Gottlieb Swap, both ways are completely fine in doing collections with. Gottlieb Swap is probably less crowded, like I probably found less people to swap with, whereas with Facebook groups, chances are you'll always find someone there who's got some cards you need. But also one other thing, make sure you always swap with duplicates, unless it is like a Polish Shield where you're not about collecting those. But then with those, either just sell them if you don't want them, or use them as part of a deal, but then it's a big question of what is that card worth, because there's not straight up this amount for this amount type deal. Like, one person might value a Chrome Shield depending on how much they want it, because they might not be that bored, but they'll take it for that card. But they want several cards, they'll only give less, like they might give 300 crystals rather than some might give 5, that type of thing. They'll only give what they value it as and what they can do with it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching.